Chapter 7. Air. What air is? Air is a wonderful natural resource available on the earth. It is present all around us. We cannot see, touch or smell it, but we can feel it. All the living beings need air to breathe. The earth is surrounded by a thick layer of air called the atmosphere. It extends up to 1600 kilometers above the surface of the earth. The pressure of air is high on the sea. Composition of air. Air is a mixture of many gases. It has nitrogen 78% and oxygen 21%. The remaining 1% is made up of carbon dioxide, hydrogen, ozone, neon, argon, krypton, helium, and water vapor. All the living organisms need oxygen to breathe, so oxygen is called the life-giving gas. Characteristics of air. Air has following characteristics. Number 1. Air is colorless and odorless. We cannot see or smell. We can feel it when it blows. Number 2. Air has weight. Air has a definite weight, though it is invisible. Experiment 1. Take 2 deflated footballs. Inflate one football with air and let the other remain deflated. Keep both the footballs on each side of the weighing scale. What do you observe? We see that the football with air brings down the weighing scale because it is heavier due to air inside it. This shows that air has weight. Number 3. Air occupies space. Anything that has weight also occupies space. Experiment 2. Take a deflated balloon. Now blow air in it. What happens? The size of the balloon gets bigger and bigger. Why? Because the air inside the balloon takes up the space. This shows that air occupies space. Number 4. Air has no shape of its own. It takes the shape of the container in which it is kept. It occupies the entire space of the container. If you light an incense stick and put it in a corner of your room or house, you will get its smell from the other corners of the room after a few minutes. This shows that air occupies the whole space of its container. Number 5. Air exerts pressure. Anything that has weight and occupies space exerts pressure. The pressure of air is the highest at sea level and decreases with the height. Experiment 3. Take a glass and fill it with water up to its brim. Cover the glass with a piece of cardboard. Now, hold the cardboard with one hand and turn the glass upside down quickly. Remove your hand away from the cardboard after a few minutes. The cardboard doesn't fall down and the water inside the glass remains intact. Why? Because the air exerts pressure in upward direction. Uses of air. We use air pressure in many ways. Number 1. We use air pressure in drinking juice with a straw. We suck through the straw. The pressure in the straw becomes low. The air outside exerts pressure on the juice, which goes up in the straw and finally in the mouth. Number 2. We use air pressure in filling ink in a fountain pen. The pump drives the air out and thus makes the air pressure push to ink the pen. Number 3. The doctors make use of air pressure to fill syringes, droppers, etc. with medicines. Number 4. We use air pressure in drawing water from the earth through a hand pump. Air carries sound and smell. All the living beings need air to breathe. Air contains oxygen, which supports burning. So, we need air for burning. Experiment 4. Keep 2 burning candles on a table. and cover one of them with the glass. Observe it after a few minutes. What happens? The candle covered with the glass is put off and the other one keeps burning. Why? Because the candle covered with the glass does not get air for burning. This shows that the air supports burning. Quick recall. Air is a wonderful natural resource. Our Earth is surrounded by a layer of air called the atmosphere. Air is a mixture of many gases: nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, hydrogen, ozone, etc. Oxygen is called the life-giving gas. Air has weight, occupies space, and exerts pressure.